Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I try to combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced, decently healthy meals. As a family in general, we eat low carb because I have to for health reasons, and my husband has joined me on this journey for losing some weight and getting his health in check. So it is easier for me as the sole cook in the house to make one meal that's low carb for everybody, and sometimes I'll add in a carb for my kids, and sometimes I don't. Or sometimes you'll see modifications to it, like I'll have zoodles where the kids have noodles, or I make myself like a low carb pizza crust and they have regular. So with that being said, today looks a little different than usual. Normally we have leftovers for lunch on Sunday. But after church on this past Sunday, our church did a after church picnic where everybody stayed and brought a bagged lunch and fellowshipped and just enjoyed more time with each other than usual, and that was awesome. And then Sunday we got home from church, and about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, our neighbors sent me a message and said, "Hey, do you want to come down for an impromptu cookout?" They had some hamburgers in the freezer, and I happened to have hot dogs from the grocery store, so we brought those down, and there were some sliced tomatoes and some watermelon from 2 different gardens and green beans and just all kinds of yummy goodness. And we all just hung out, and the kids played, and we talked politics and religion, you know, the things that you're not supposed to talk about, and it was lovely. So all of that being said, we didn't get leftovers eaten, and it's so important to me not to have food waste. So I've been out in the garden for the last hour and a half, 2 hours weeding and watering chickens and just doing a bunch of outside stuff while the rain was stopped. So I didn't feel like making dinner tonight, and I pulled out the leftovers for tonight. So perfect. So this is all leftovers from last week. Everything is max of not quite a week old. Generally, I will not leave leftovers in the refrigerator for more than 1 week. I'm a little bit lax on that. I will go 1 week, and most food safety things will tell you 2 to 3 days, but you know, you do what you want to do and take that risk on yourself. So there's this taco stuff, some meatballs, some chicken for proteins. Well, I guess cottage cheese probably counts as a protein too. Green beans, the cheesy cabbage stuff, this steamed, what I call Normandy mix, or you can also call it California blend. There's some leftover mac and cheese and some cherry tomatoes from the garden. And if anybody's interested, I may go ahead and slice up a cherry tomato as well. So yeah, once again, and it's what I do is I let the kids come in. I will call them in one at a time, and they literally get to pick whatever they want. So if they want this and this and this, that's fine. If they want this and this and this, that's fine. I'm not picky on this one. It's the one night a week. I don't care if they don't eat any vegetables or if they don't eat any meat, whatever. It's fine. It's getting the leftovers used. So, all right, I'm getting rambly. So that is Monday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and we're doing Taco Tuesday. Super easy. I let the kids pick and choose what they want. So some of them have tacos, some of them have taco dip, and then some of them have taco salad. And all of those are fine with me. The only difference between taco dip and taco salad is the lack of lettuce. So maybe not the most well-balanced meal, but oh well. I did do 2 pounds of meat. I did a pound of ground beef and a pound of ground turkey combined. And then I did, when that was all cooked, I added a can of drained black beans and then did 2 packets of taco seasoning. So that's a way of stretching your taco meat a little bit further, because not last week, the week before that, I used leftover taco meat the next day and took these little tortillas from Aldi, wrapped them up heated up the bean and meat mix, added a sprinkle of cheese, wrapped them up, and then toasted them in a pan on both sides. And the kids had those for lunch, and they all really liked them, came in and got seconds. So that worked. For low carb, you can either do taco salad and eat it with like pork rinds, or you could do the dip with pork rinds, or we use the Egg Life wraps and use those as our tortilla shell. So those are yummy. I love doing that. So, all right. I will see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and tonight we are having lasagna. Yum. I have been craving this for forever. So just use your normal lasagna recipe if you have one. If you don't, Google. And in place of the noodles, use the Egg Life wraps. When you eat it, you really can't tell the difference. They lose their spongy texture like you get, but they work just fine. Yum, that looks delicious. I'm hungry. Yeah. Okay, with that, we are having green beans. This is probably the last canning of green beans that I'm going to get done this summer. My plants are dying off. They're not producing a whole lot. And then I did plant that second planting, but I think we're just going to eat them fresh, or I might freeze because it's just 2 short rows. So I don't think I'm ever going to get enough off of them to warrant busting out the pressure canner. But that's fine. I got plenty. I usually aim for 50-ish quarts, sometimes a little bit more than that. I would say I'm probably close to that. I haven't taken a final count. But yeah, when we eat green beans, it's usually 1.5 to 2 quarts. 2 quarts for sure if we want leftovers. So those will go fast. But anyway, so yeah, that's dinner tonight. Somewhat simple because this was just like a pound of ground meat and some sauce. And yeah, I didn't do anything fancy on it, but it's delicious. So, all right, that is Wednesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday night, and tonight we're doing breakfast for dinner, and part of that is brought to you by the fact that the freezer quit working. The refrigerator last week, yeah. So the bacon was in the freezer and thawed out, so I wanted to get it used. So normally bacon is not something that we would eat, except for I like to consider bacon a seasoning, not a meat source, because it's so expensive, but yeah. So we have our eggs, a beautiful, delicious tray of bacon that looks amazing. And then the kids are having peach crisp. And for me, I have some strawberries in the refrigerator from the grocery store and some of those keto muffin cupcake things from the food pantry. So I will have one of those as well. So super simple. Love breakfast for dinner because of that. So yeah, that is Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes it's homemade, sometimes it's store-bought, sometimes it's a cross between the two. Almost never is it takeout because takeout is crazy expensive and we don't live close enough to any town that delivers to us. So it's not even really feasible at any given time. Tonight we have one of the Mama Cozy Aldi pizzas. And I picked up 3 of these because they each had a $1 off sticker and we'll use them. And I just picked up cheese pizza because then I can add whatever toppings I want to it. So this side I did Zineapple, which if you don't know what that is, look it up. You can zucchini chunks in pineapple juice and it makes them taste like pineapple, only cheaper. So yeah, Zineapple and pepperoni, and then this side is just pepperoni. For mine, I made myself a couple of chaffles, and so these are cheese waffles. This is a keto thing. And I just added some Italian seasoning and chopped up pepperoni to those. And I will open up a can of pasta sauce and just dip those in that. I got them a little overdone because I was busy playing with my phone. Oh, telling on myself. With that, we are having asparagus because we haven't had it in forever. And it just looked so good in the grocery store. So I picked up a package of that. Or you can have green beans, and this is just a quart of our home canned green beans. This is one of the last ones from last year that I'm still getting used up. So tonight is also dessert night, and I usually just pull out any desserty stuff that I have. Sometimes there's some ice cream, sometimes there's things from the food pantry. If there's not, I will make something, and the kids get to pick and choose whatever dessert that they want. So yeah, That is Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday, and normally Saturday I do a big meal, but we had a community event going on today, so I knew that we were potentially going to be gone until late afternoon, early evening, so I opted to make a crock pot meal. I just took three of the chicken leg quarters that I picked up on sale the other day. They were frozen in a bag. I put them in the crock pot and left them in there while we were gone. When I got back, I pulled them out and deboned them. And then I did, and I hate the name of this stuff, the crack chicken, which is chicken, ranch seasoning, cheddar cheese, cream cheese, and bacon. And I only had like the little bit of bacon that we had left over from breakfast for dinner the other night. So it's in there. You probably won't be able to taste it. And then to make that low carb, we're going to serve it on top of broccoli. Normally, I think you would serve this. This is the first time I've ever made it. Normally, I think you serve it on top of spaghetti or noodles of some kind. And I could have done that for my kids. But yeah, we got home and I had about 2 hours to get done all the things that I normally do that take me all day on Saturday. Folding the laundry and doing the dishes and cleaning and prepping for taking tomorrow off. So yeah, that's dinner for Saturday. If you are new here, that is the end of my cooking week. I do not cook on Sundays. I take the day off. I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't do laundries. I don't do dishes. I don't do, anything that I can keep from doing, I keep from doing it. If it's work, I don't do it. So for breakfast, the kids eat leftover breakfast or make their own while I get ready for church. For lunch, I pull out all of the leftovers and the kids pick and choose whatever they want. It's a great way to get the leftovers used up so that we don't have any food waste. And yeah, it gets it used so I don't throw any food away, hopefully. Sometimes we have a small amount, but even if we do have something that goes a little too long, we have chickens that will eat it, that will then turn it into eggs that we will eat or sell. For dinner, I pull out what you would consider charcuterie board things. Dried meats, dried cheeses, salami, not dried cheeses, dried fruit, cheese, goat cheese, crackers, chips, fresh fruits and veggies, and dip. Sometimes I usually end up pulling out something like chocolate, like from the food pantry, like small amount of chocolate, so they have a sweet treat, something along those lines. So, and then even for that meal, I bust out paper plates so that we kind of just, I let the kids once again pick and choose whatever they want. I'm sorry, I'm rambling and stumbling on my words. I'm tired. It's been a long day. And I also didn't eat lunch. So yeah, I'm hungry. So yeah, that is the end of the week. I will try to remember to post any relevant recipes in the show notes. If you have any questions about anything that I have made, please feel free to ask. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm brain dead. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and God bless.